Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to tell you a bit more about the ongoing auditors competition, for which you can still register until the 12th of April. Now, you may have seen on our website, on the landing page of this competition, this particular infographic, which shows you basically in a nutshell what the different stages are in this competition in one blink of an eye. Now, I will give you a bit more in-depth information on these different steps of this infographic, all right? So the eligibility criteria first. This is an AD7 competition, so you need a degree, being a master's degree plus 6 years of experience in the field, or a bachelor's degree with 7 years of experience in the field. And that experience must be in one of the fields that is mentioned below. As you can see, audit, economics, finance, statistics, mathematics, data analysis, computer engineering, or data mining. This has to be the topic of your work experience. If you are eligible, you can apply, and then you see here on this slide the different steps of the competition. I will go in detail in each of them. First there will be, of course, the application phase. Then there's a first testing stage. Then there's a second testing stage, which is the assessment center. And once you've completed that, your name, if you're successful, will be placed on a list of people to recruit by the Court of Auditors in Luxembourg. So let's have a closer look on these different steps. The application goes through your EPSO account. So you should have, or you should create an EPSO account if you don't have one yet. Once you have created your account, log out of it and then go back to our home page of the website, basically, where you can start your application by clicking on the audit entry. As I said, you can still apply until 12 April 2022, noon Brussels time. You have to fill out your application form in your first language. Now, the first language is a choice of the 24 official EU languages. Up to you to choose which one you choose. Most people take their mother tongue, but you don't have to. If you feel fluent enough in another language, you can choose any of the 24 available. Part of the application process is already the talent screener, which is the first stage of the testing. But you already fill out this stage in the application here. Now that part, the talent screener part, must be filled out in your second language. And the second language for this competition is a choice between either English or French. Okay? Once you've done that, you validate your application in time, and then the first testing really starts. So as I said, you have already completed the talent screener part. This is a set of 9 questions to basically assess your qualifications. We see which degrees you have, which work experience you have, in which fields, how much, how long, all that. It's a set of 9 questions, and each question has a certain weight, and you can gain a number of points per question. And of course, the best ones, the ones with the most points, make it to the next stage. How many people we invite to the next stage depends on the number of successful people that we want to select through this competition, and that number is 60. So we will invite a maximum of 180 people to the next stage of testing. Okay? This next stage is part of what we call the assessment center. In the assessment center, we have 3 different stages, or 3 different tests. The first test is a reasoning skills test. And you see on this slide the number of questions we ask you, the time allocated to solve these questions, and the points you need to make it to the next phase. Basically, for this competition, we need you to get a combined pass mark of at least 30 out of 50. So you can fail in one or more of these reasoning skills, as long as combined you reach at least 30. Okay? This stage is an important stage, so I do advise you to test this, to train this. And you can do so on our website. We have sample tests available in all 24 languages to train these reasoning skills. Because as you can see here, it's not only about the difficulty of the questions, but there's also this time factor involved. And this makes that you have to solve these questions in a limited amount of time, which makes it harder to do. By training this, by doing this often, you get better at this. So please go to the link which you see on this slide here and train this. Okay. The ones who reach the pass mark, they are invited to the next stage. And the next stage is a couple of interviews. First of all, there's a field-related interview. So we test your knowledge in the field, and you need at least 120 points out of 200. So you see, this is an important test because you can get up to 200 points here. You sit this test in your second language, the one you used to fill out the talent screener, so either English or French. And then we make you sit 2 more interviews to assess your general competencies. First we tested your knowledge in the field, now we're going to test your general competencies. There's a first interview which we call the competency-based interview, and there we test 4 general competencies. You see them listed here on this slide. You can get 10 points per competency, and combined with the next test, which is the situational competency-based interview, you need at least a combined pass mark of 40 out of 80, because this situational competency-based interview tests 4 other general competencies, also listed on this slide here. So we've got 8 competencies in total. You can gain up to 10 points per competency, and you need at least 40 out of 80 combined. Again, you can fail some, but then you have to perform better on others. Okay. The situational competency-based interview is basically an interview where we put you in a certain situation, a work-related situation, and we want to see how you would react in that given situation. That's the difference with the normal competency-based interview. Okay. So the best ones make it to the list of successful candidates, and we're looking for 60 auditors to recruit. And the institution recruiting these 60 auditors will be the European Court of Auditors, which is located in Luxembourg. So what happens next is, as soon as this list is published, the Court of Auditors will get in touch with the people on the list and offer them a position in the months after publication of that list. So then you can start working quite soon after that. I hope this is clear. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us through the contact form on our website, and my colleagues will be very happy to answer your questions. Thank you for your attention and good luck. Bye-bye.